right, the last thing on my mind. What a great song. My teacher, Bob Applegate, sang that song better than anybody I've ever heard. It was always my favorite thing to hear him sing and play. So rest in peace, Bob Applegate. What a legend. What a legend. Okay, so today we are talking about practice. Practice. We're talking about practice at Island Iverson. And so a lot of people have questions about practice. And first of all, I want to tell you that the main thing is that you're practicing. That's the main thing. I watched this video today where the guy said, the hardest step is from 0 to 1. And then you just want to stay at 1. You're not trying to get from 0 to 100. You want to go from not doing the thing to doing the thing, and then just keep doing the thing. Just keep doing it. Make practice a regular part of your day. Make it a regular part of your day. You want a practicing physician, You don't want somebody said, I know this guy used to be a physician. When was the last time he was a physician? It's like he knows a lot. When was the last time he was a physician? Well, it was 20 years ago. Well, is he still up on everything? No, they call it a practice. You want somebody who's in practice, right? So this is a daily thing that if you decide to be a musician on any level, whether you're going to do this every day or every other day, whenever you can do it, but you're going to do this. And it does matter how long, I'm not going to lie. And then there's a certain length of time where it probably doesn't matter. You're probably just goofing off. A lot of practice can be play if you're playing your guitar. But let's talk how to structure practice time. However much time you have, I don't know what it is. Some people say it's 15 minutes a day, a half an hour a day. Some people say it's 2 hours. Some people said it was 8 hours. I don't know. But whatever that is, you're going to have a warm-up. That's going to be the first thing. Because being a musician is about doing the same thing over and over and over. Because in order to get on that stage, whether that stage is at the nursing home, whether that stage is at Carnegie Hall, whether that stage is the jam session with your friends, to be on that stage, you have to do something that you've done so many times that it is nothing for you to do it. So that's why we do exercises, scales. So what your warm-up is, maybe it's a scale, but it's got to be something where you pick up the guitar and do it the same way every time. Maybe it's an easy song. I like to warm up with an easy song. But it's something that you have to do the same every time. It's about repeatability. Maybe I like to start playing some cross-picking or some rhythm. I don't know what it is for you. Maybe you're working on an exercise. It's something to do with the song you're going to be playing, but you have to have something that establishes, this is my sound. This is what I sound like. This is my sound. This is my warm-up. I don't know what that is. I know some people do like a 4-finger thing, or they have a spider exercise. I don't know that it matters. You're doing something, you're practicing, you've gone from 0 to 1, you're already practicing. So do something that is the same every day that you could do great. Next thing we need, repertoire. You need songs to play. You got to have songs to play. Now, the difference between a classical musician or an arranger or something like that and an improvising musician is the classical musician works on an entire piece of music. They learn Beethoven's sonata or something, right? And they work on that repertoire, and they're going to work on that for 6 months. You're not getting that by the weekend. The improvising musician is working on shorter things. They call them licks. Shorter ideas, whether we're exploring them in our practice, but it's going to be something I use in a song over a chord, because I want to be an improviser. That's me. I want to be an improviser. Okay? Or if I'm an arranger, or let's not even say that, if I'm learning an arrangement, then I'm working on that. And that I got to have a song to play. Okay? If I'm working on playing the most basic song, or something to play on the song, licks and such like that. I'm working on my repertoire. These are the things I can do that I can play for somebody that they want to listen to. Okay, the step number 3. So we had warm up. You got to work on repertoire. Then this is really important. You practice for what's next on your schedule. You got to have something on your schedule. Now, if you have a gig this weekend, that's great. You already know you got to practice all those songs. That's what you got to practice. If you got a jam session coming up, you think about who's going to be at that jam session that you was there last time and what songs they played. So this time I want to have that song down so I can play with them. Or it's hard to know what to practice sometimes when you don't have anything coming up. But that's another thing. So warm up, repertoire, practice for what's coming up. And the third thing, meaning the fourth thing, is maintaining what you've already got. And this is the hard thing to understand if you're not a musician. It took me 10 years to understand this. That being a musician is like holding water in your hand. Everything you can do is running through your fingers at all times. Like, you can do something today, you worked it up in practice. Tomorrow, guess what? It's gone. You got to rework it again. Okay? It takes so much repetition, but that's great because there are so many hours in the day, and there are so many boring shows on Netflix. They've gotten so bad with their shows. I don't want to watch any of those shows. I'm tired of them. So you got time. You got time during the day to practice, and say, well, if you can make some kind of time, right? Now, I will say there's a lot of people now that have actually gone through and done the science of practicing and the science of learning and the science of the brain. And I haven't really studied all that. And I probably should, and I probably will. But I need to read some of those books because I would look at that. If I was starting over now, especially if I was an adult, I would look at that. What are the more efficient ways? Everything's gotten better. Everything's gotten better now. Like, people know more about everything. People know more about how humans learn. So I would probably be looking at something like that. So here we are. Warm up, repertoire. You got to have something you do every day no matter what. I don't know what that is, but it'll be a scale, it'll be an exercise, it'll be something that helps you get ready. You got to have repertoire to play. You got to practice for what you're coming up for. And you got to be able to maintain things. I don't know what order you do that in. I think you should do the warm up first. But then it's pretty easy now. Say, well, how do I structure that time? You budget it out. I got 30 minutes. Okay. It's going to be what? 7 minutes for this, 7 minutes for that, whatever. However you budget your time. And if you've got more time than that, you'll budget it differently. Okay? So that's what we're talking about with practice. I know everybody's got a lot of comments about that. Think back to what you guys did in school. Think back to what band was like in school, what orchestra was like. Y'all started with a scale, then you played your song. Just follow that. You'll be fine. Okay, here we go. Last thing on my mind. Here we go.